Welcome to Straight Outta Jersey. Today's podcast is brought to you by Ace Sunglasses. Go to acesunglasses.com.au to purchase some of the best shades around. Use promo code MRG30 and receive 30% off selected brands. Powered by the Zapata Brand Studio. Straight Outta Jersey with Jersey Jay-Z and the Freak of New York, Greg Valentino.
What's up, guys? We are live Wednesday, not Thursday, because I got a Christmas party tomorrow with my brother from another mother, Mr. Greg Valentino. How you doing, Greg?
What is going on?
How you been? All right?
Yeah,
Hanging in there?
Yeah, you know the story. Hamster on a wheel, dog chasing his tail, ant on a treadmill, the whole bit.
Windward Attack is in there.
Hey, Winmore, what's going on?
Cheers, Joe and Greg. Let's kick this live off. What's going on, Windward?
How you doing, Winmore? What's going on, my brother?
Yeah. So, Greg, what do you think of all those drones in Jersey?
I think they're looking for my mother-in-law because she's in Jersey. She just got back from Mexico. You know?
Did she really?
I think she's emitting fucking like radiation, and they're looking for her. You know?
Hello.
Yeah, she did. She just got back. She was in Mexico. She just got back a couple days ago. We're trying to get her to go back over there. I'm a citizen now. Okay, I'm a citizen.
Wow. So she's back over here in Jersey.
Yeah, she is.
Yep.
She's back. She's back.
There's my younger brother, Dennis Zapata. What's going on, Dennis?
Dennis, what are you doing, Dennis?
D, that's my brother, Dennis, my youngest brother. His face there. Yeah, these drones. I had an interview yesterday with John Ferguson, CEO of Saxon, about the drones.
Yeah.
He has a couple of good, beliefs about it.
Yeah, there's a lot of theories. You never know, though. You never know what the. I just saw Biden just before we got on here. He was talking and he was saying, we know about the drones. It's nothing to worry about. There's nothing. We don't, we're good. It's everything's. I don't know what the hell it is. I don't know. You know what I mean? He says it's not a foreign entity. It's us. Are they looking for the nuclear weapons like some people think they are? Maybe not. Are they looking for my mother-in-law because they're trying to denounce her citizenship, take it back? Maybe not. We're hoping. We keep telling them where she is. Passaic, New Jersey. Go to Passaic. That's where she is. Or where the rest of the Mexicans are. You'll find her. But
yeah, that's pretty funny, man. He when I was talking to him, he actually is going to come back on because actually his drones. He told me that he has these drones for the military. He does a lot of stuff with the military. His drones have been used in Mexico, where you were talking about. In Mexico, his drones have been used in Mexico to help find all the sex trafficking. He's actually used to find all that stuff.
Well, geez, does he have that many drones available? You know what I mean? Because there's a lot of that shit over there. Plus, I don't think you have to go. I don't think you need a drone. I think all you have to do is fucking go where the fucking wherever they are. That shit's all over the place. So,
yeah, I know.
It's bad, and I'm hoping that Trump. They just gotta. They gotta. Dude, this world. You know how this world's fucked up? That Mexico now has a Jewish woman as their fucking president.
Wow.
You know that, right?
I did not know that. That usually shocks.
She's got there's a Jewish one. Lucia, what's her name? Do you know? The president of Mexico. Oh, Jesus Christ.
Wow.
Well, good. You guys could Google it when he gets.
Yeah.
There's a Jewish woman is now the fucking president of Mexico. Blonde Jewish woman.
Wow.
She's actually in good shape,
Wow. Abel Hernandez says
what's going on, Abel? How you doing?
Hernandez, what's up, fellas? Connecticut in the building. What's up, Connecticut?
Yeah.
Simon says, Greg, call Jimmy, get him on. That's kind of late for Jimmy, probably.
Yeah, Jimmy right now is he might be he gets up around 12. You know what I mean, to go to work.
12 in the morning he gets
12
up.
or 12:30, something depends.
Yeah, he depends, and then he starts getting ready for work and driving the truck.
Yeah, he was there 2 weeks ago, but Dave couldn't see him, so I don't know, it's a miscommunication.
Dave, Greg, another quick question. I was talking to one of our next guests who's going to be coming on. Is a former Major League Baseball player for the Yankees, played for the Mets, Kyle Farnsworth.
Right.
And he went from baseball. Now he's bodybuilding. He sent me a couple pictures. Me and him were
showing
texting.
the pictures. Yes, can you could probably there you go.
Right there.
Now you guys don't understand. That's him competing. That's Kyle Farnsworth. Remember you Yankee fans, Kyle Farnsworth?
Yes.
Now let me tell you something. Look at that. That guy's fucking like 6'5", 6'6" too. He's a
He looks
big
great.
guy. So to have that structure, if you see him in person, and when a guy that big, he probably looks like a monster, you
Yeah.
know. And
Yep.
to fill out a physique like that, he did a great job. I
Yeah,
mean,
he did. Great job. Got great legs, everything. He's really good.
yeah, he looks really, really good. Him and I have talked back and forth on, on Twitter and stuff. We talk, so,
Yep.
I know what he's done. We talked like 2 years ago too.
Yep.
Me and him were going back and
Yeah.
forth, but
Yeah, he's going to come on with us. He's going to join us. He's going to talk
he's
about
really
bodybuilding.
into bodybuilding right now.
Yes, he
Really
is.
into it. He loves it, and he wants to compete, and he looks good. Not for
Looks
nothing.
good. Yeah, he does. CH,
know?
what up? Denmark in the house.
Demo CH, how you doing, my brother?
CH said,
Great.
Greg, this is
Good point.
important. Did you see the clip I told you about where Dave accuses you of synthol? It was on.
Yeah, well, I talked to Dave about that night. He tried to, he explained it why he said that. He said I wasn't explaining synthol. I was trying to say that you shot the oil-based steroids, and it kind of ruined you. So I understand what he was saying. He said he didn't say synthol. I saw what he said, but he's trying to, I give Dave the benefit of the doubt. I got to give him the benefit of the doubt. He's my friend and everything. He knows I didn't sue synthol. I told him, why didn't you just say, I took the oil-based steroids directly. He's like, oh, oil, synthol. I'm like, but it's not to say, how these guys are. They start thinking synthol,
Yep.
and then, if you say it, then they take it for, I told Dave, I care about what you, Dave, think, because if you say that, they're gonna think that. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
That's the whole thing.
Exactly. I mean, you're the most open person there is. I mean, you would say you did it. You would say it.
Dude, I don't give a shit. If I say I'm gonna bang a tranny in a can or something like that, you think I'm gonna hide a fucking synthol?
Yeah, exactly.
I'm so tired of it. But I don't. Like I told Dave, I don't care what anybody thinks. If people want to still fucking use me as the poster boy for that, that's whatever. Okay, I'm not even gonna shit about it. But when if my friends say something and it bothers me, and he said, "No, I never said you did that. I did not say it. I just said that when you did the oil-based steroid, because oil-based steroids is still oil, and when you put that in there." And I get what he's saying, but I'm just saying, but people perceive that as him saying synthol. And it's not, and I didn't do synthol. Plus, let me tell you, I keep telling everybody, that giant fucking left arm where you sort of balloon, like TLC show, and you see that giant balloon, right? And you see it look like a giant tit. That was a hematoma. Both arms did not look like, it was one arm. So what do you think? I shot one arm with synthol? But whatever you want to think. I don't even give a shit anymore, to be honest with you.
I've actually had arguments with people at the gym that don't know you, and they'll be like, "Hey, he's the guy with the synthol." I said, "You don't know, no." And
that was fucking 20 years ago.
Yeah, exactly.
And no more than 20, 24, going on 25 years in April. That's when I got arrested. I had the fucking arm it was still a little bit blood, and I couldn't do anything. I just sat there. That shit was like that for a while until I fucking drained it, But the thing is, it was a hematoma. It was blood. I got the video to prove it. You know what I mean? But whatever you guys want to think, I don't even give a shit anymore.
Yeah, exactly. William Allen said they're looking for Dave's wife. The drones, I guess.
Oh yeah, right. No, they would be looking at Jersey. They would be looking, then they would be looking at New York, Florida. I think they're a little bit all over the place with them.
Yeah. Windward Attack says, speaking of Jimmy, sometimes when you get older with the aches and pains, just getting to work is all you can focus on.
Yeah, well, Jimmy and I are close to the same age. He's so many months older than me, but he's like 8 months older than me or whatever it is. But I'm going to be 65. He's 60. He just turned 65. But as you get older, he's right. You get up out of bed, you go to shake somebody's hand, you're like, oh fuck, I just threw my back out. You go bend over to tie your shoes, and you're like, fuck, what was that?
CH said Dave is making excuses. He was being disrespectful, but live and let go. Whatever.
Yes, thank you, CH. Dave's my friend, so I give him but CH, I appreciate you letting me know, because as soon as you talked to me about that, I got right on. I actually called, we talked on the phone, you know what I'm saying? So I had to square that away, because, I know what he said, and, he's trying to, he was saying to me, well, synthol, it's oil. So it's like if you shoot testosterone, 10 cc's of testosterone in your bicep, and you shoot, I didn't do 10 cc's, but I would fill a syringe 3 cc's. But if you do 3 cc's of testosterone and you do 3 cc's of synthol, it's the same thing. One has drug, the other doesn't. That's basically, and to an extent, he's right. It's still an oil-based drug. And I did shoot them. I mean, not for nothing. Injection site swell. I have a friend that used to shoot his ass, and he had like a fucking shelf on the back of his ass. You know what I mean? Like
yeah.
He passed away now, but you know, I'm just saying. So I shot I'm not gonna lie, I shot steroids directly into my arms. But what, you know, what, I'd never shot my legs, and I tried one time one leg. When I first started doing steroids, I put a sus on it. I said to God, please, I'll never do that ever again. I had to go to my cousin's wedding. You talk about, I couldn't even bend my legs. I was like this, you know, because my legs are so, my legs are dense fucking muscle, and I could actually hear it, like, you know, ripping like this. And I was like, let me just try one, you know, see what it's like. And I was like, oh, never. I'd rather do the arm any day of the week than do that. You know what I mean?
No, man. No, never.
I think 20-inch arms anyway, so I don't give a, you know, before I ever took steroids, so I don't give a shit what anybody thinks.
CH said Joe Pietaro was defending you on Dave Palumbo's show after seeing the clip of Dave accusing you.
Yeah, Joe knows. I mean, Dave knows it. Dave tried to, you know, whitewash a little bit with me, and I get it. You know, again, Joe's my boy. Joe's my friend. You know.
Tyler Durden said Team Valentino checking in.
Tyler Durden, how you doing, my brother? Thank you. And I see you on my Instagram too. So thank you very much. Rick Simon, what's going
on? Social Security yet? You and Jimmy?
Who? Yes, Jimmy's a fucking bad. If you knew, he called me up and hit me with so many stories the other day. It wasn't funny. And boy, was he screaming. He was mad at Dave. He was very, very mad. And he wants everybody to know he's been trying to get on, and he will get on. You know, and I know that Dave tried to get him on. On Dave's defense, Dave tried to get him on. Yeah, but for some reason it went black. So, you know, like, they're kind of like, you know, on a separate planes trying to catch up to each other. So, you know, but Jimmy wants everybody to know that, you know, he loves you guys and that he will be back. You know, it's not him. Yep. It's definitely not him.
Gates said I should get Joe Pietaro on the show sometime. Yeah, I'll get him on.
Yeah, hold on 1 second. I'm going to get something. Now, you reminded me, Joe. Hold on.
Uh-oh, wait, he's going to get something.
I'm coming. Hold on. I'm getting it right now. Here, I got it in my hand. Here we go. If you guys don't already know this is Joe Pietaro. It's the last really hardcore magazine. That's what the hell's his name there?
Nick Walker.
Yeah, Nick Walker on the cover. That's the newest issue. And I write
you write which column? You write the
I write what's used to be called the Rambling Freak for Most Good Development. Now it's called Talking Smack.
Talking Smack. Yep.
It's crazy. Look, it's all crazy shit, right? All nutty shit. Wait, I can't even see what I'm showing you, Joe.
Yeah, I see it. We see it. Yeah.
Right. Wait, looks pretty good. Right there, that nutty picture of me. The statue.
Hey, you know
that statue, Joe.
I know that.
Matter of fact, there's me and Dave. Wait.
There's you and Palumbo. You and Dave Palumbo. There you are.
Right there, me and Dave. But so, you know, so this is the, and you know, Musclehead writes for this. Tyler Bauman right here. Here he is. Right? See, Musclehead, you know, this is he writes for this. I think John Romano writes for it. So it's the let's see, John is
Lee used to write for you guys back.
Lee Priest used to write for this.
Yeah, I remember Lee and
Lee was writing for this. Romano, there's a few people.
Yeah, you guys have a lot of people. Yep.
Yeah. And then
Joe, anyway. Great interview with Paul Orndorff's son. Thank you.
But yeah. So that's the name of that. I always forget this guy. The guy's fucking big, but I don't know.
Nick Walker? Yeah, he's huge.
I don't know.
He's a former Jersey guy.
Is he really? He's from Jersey?
He was. He was from Jersey, but he moved to Florida. So, you know.
Wow, that's crazy.
Yeah, you know, he's good friends with Guy, Sister Nino.
Oh yeah, Guy trained at my gym too.
Yeah, Guy trained.
So did PJ Braun. PJ Braun said though. I think it was after I was arrested though, so I wasn't there. We had PJ on last week. If you guys, you know, you want to watch it, I don't know if any of you missed it, you can watch it.
Yeah, we had PJ on a very good interview with PJ Braun. Came on with us. Tyler, we had Paul Orndorff's son, Travis Orndorff, former Hall of Famer.
Is he dead?
Paul Orndorff is dead. He did pass away. And his father, Travis, told me about his legacy, and you know, he was a great wrestler.
It's funny though how some of those guys look like shit after they go off the steroids. So Winmore, what is
what Win said exactly, Greg? I was limping for a week.
Yeah, how old is Winmore? How old are you, Winmore?
He said, Joe and Greg, have either one of you ever had public sex?
Sex? You mean like sex? Yeah, man. Fuck, I used to do that shit. I was in my girlfriend that died. I was in Sound Factory back in the late 90s. They had upstairs. They had chairs and tables, and she was blowing me in a corner, and I was sitting at a table, and and I had the table over me. She was under there, and she was sucking my dick. And they had these trannies doing all this shit in there, right? You know, these nasty. They weren't trannies; they were drag queens. And they came over to me like, get a hotel room. That's disgusting. You know what I mean? I'm like, fuck you. You know, some black fucking crossdresser.
Winward said, stop my test DECA cycle after a month. Just started making my own test back again. No fun that journey.
Yeah, well, you know what? Take Caber going, bro. It'll help you. It's you know, that deck is a fucking dick killer for me anyway. That's why I used to blast myself with jugs of equipoise. I like Ganabol, the Dominican EQ.
Rick Simon said, Greg, do an impression of a Hawk 2 girl talks.
I go, Hawk 2, I'll spit on that thing. That's how she talks like that. I would totally rip her the fucking ass. She's skinny. I like that. I like skinny girls.
Yeah.
You know, she's blonde, but she's got dark eyes. I'll handle that. I like I'm not a blue-eyed guy. I like that. You know, I'm a guy that likes dark-eyed girls. I love dark-eyed girls.
Yeah, exactly. CH said, LOL. Talking about that, but yeah,
I do. Hawk 2, I'll spin on that thing.
Spin on that thing. Yeah, the PJ Braun interview was very good. It got a lot of
it was very good.
It was really good. You know, I thought it was.
We'll
really
get Joe on the show. Yeah, we could definitely.
Yeah, Joe Pietaro, we can get him on the show, right?
Yeah, it is good. Joe and I still good. You know, I would still be working there, but he had a few people that were paying us that kind of fucking, you know, didn't come through. You know what I mean? It was like this other bullshit with some of his sponsors, you know. So that's why, you know, I was doing the whole, you know, we were doing Talking Smack videos and stuff. That's where I was showing the other magazines and all that stuff that I still have, you know, from like I have magazines here, Joe, from like late 1930s, 1940s, you know, 10 cents a magazine, you know, it's crazy.
Yeah, you had like 2 or 3 of each one. You had like doubles of each magazine.
Yeah, because I was nuts. When I was young, I would buy an issue that I put away, nobody's to touch it. And then I have one that I read. And even to this day, if my girlfriend reads, she'll be like this. She'll like just like fucking thumb the magazine like this with her fucking, I can't even do it with my fingers. Like, and I'm like, whoa. You gotta be really careful. You turn the pages nice because I don't want thumbprints. I'm like anal about that. Plus I have a paper smelling fetish. So I have to, before I can read anything, ever since I was a kid, I have to smell it and then I can read it. But I can't read it without smelling it first. I already smelled that, so you know. But,
David Castle said, "Miss the Ramblin' Freak article every month." Yeah, that was
David. Thank you, David. It's still here. It's still here. Trust me. But now, Joe, we call it Talking Smack. I can't call it the Ramblin' Freak because Dave. I can't. I don't know how. See, I got it right there. Talking. All right, it's Talking Smack, and I would read some of it to you, but it's really nasty. It's the Ramblin' Freak, but. You know, Steve Bleckman owns the name.
Right. Yeah, exactly. Tyler Durton said the PJ interview was fantastic. Listening on replay. Thank you. PJ,
thank you, Tyler.
Great guy. PJ's a really great guy. You know,
yeah, he's a really good guy, man. I wish him all the best, man. I hope, you know, life's going to turn around for him. You know, you go through a rough patch, but sometimes you got to just, you know, you can't swim against a riptide. That's how you drown. You got to kind of go with it. You know what I'm saying? Eventually the water breaks and then you swim.
He said, I recently had sex in a public pool. I still can't believe I felt like Clark Kiswell in the Vacation movie where he swims with the hot woman.
Well, CH, you should only feel like Clark Griswold if there was that's a different movie. I was going to say if there was a turd in there. I can understand. Were you standing there? This is crazy. This is crazy. This is crazy. Yeah, because that's what Clark Griswold did when he saw the hot chick in there. I don't think I've ever done anything in a swimming pool that I remember. No, nothing. I think my girlfriend and I were in a hot tub. There was people around, and we were playing around a little bit, but never. But the one that passed away, me and her would be like fucking. We'd have fucking sex there. I had sex with her in a grocery store. You know what I mean? We'd do. She was into all that shit. But that's another story.
Tyler Durton said Chuck Zito documentary coming this month. Watch interview with Vlad. Yeah, we know Chuck Zito. I know Chuck Zito. You know,
I know Chuck Zito very well. Yeah. I know Chuck very well.
Wow. Miss Bell, hope you guys are doing well. Well, Miss Bell,
thank you, Miss Bell. Well. God bless.
With everything going on, the holidays are coming up, and I know you lost a loved one, so you know,
yes.
Jim, hope everything goes well.
Yes,
you lost a loved one.
You know, Jimmy the Bull did a few movies with
Chuck Zito. Yes.
Yeah, with Chuck Zito. Yeah. Yes. I was talking to Chuck Zito about it. Me and Chuck Zito were at a boxing match together. It was a year ago, so.
Yeah. I saw Chuck Zito not too long ago, maybe about 4 months ago. He was over here in Jersey, so I was talking to Chuck.
Biggest mistake I made, Joe, is I should have did that. did it, because it was like a day or so before my throat surgery, but I should have did that value entertainment. What the hell's
Oh,
his name?
Patrick Bet-David.
I
Yeah.
blew him off 2 times, and then the third time when we were going to do it, the fucking COVID hit, and that was it. And then I should maybe I'll get a hold of him, see if they still want to do the interview. But he came to me. You know what I mean? I didn't even know who he was. I'm like, what the fuck, Patrick Bet-David? Never heard of it. Now he's Big Willie. You know what I mean? This was when COVID though. He wanted like a day before my surgery. My surgery was the first surgery I had of my throat cancer was February 13th of 2020, and he wanted me like February 12th or February 11th. I would have had to fly. He was in Texas, so I would have had to fly down there. He would have, he paid me.
Well, Patrick Bet-David would have flown you.
Yeah, no. He had tickets and everything. Yeah, I was put me up in a hotel and pay me pretty fucking good. You know.
Mm-hmm.
So,
When We're Attacked said PJ has turned his life around in the slammer. I feel his transformation is authentic. Yes. PJ is doing really
What
well.
happens is you get it when you're sitting in a fucking room all by yourself. If any of you have been locked up even for one day, you sit in a room by yourself, lock yourself in your bathroom for a whole day. You start thinking of shit, you know what I mean? Like your butt, you start like, you know what I mean?
Yep.
And the reason why I say bathrooms, because that's the size. I was by myself. He had people to talk to. I did not. He was in, fed. I was, in the county jail, which even he said, you don't even want to go to county. Where I was bad. And, you just sit there by yourself in a room and you just know nothing. You know, it was bad. You couldn't read. You couldn't do anything. Now, you could read, but I didn't have anything to read. Finally, somebody gave me something to read. You know what I mean? Yeah. One of the guys I was in with gave me, here, check it. And it was a fucking bodybuilding. It was muscle. It was I think it was a Muscle and Fitness or Flex. It was.
Flex magazine?
Yeah, a long time ago.
I hope him and Aaron can make up. Hope him and Aaron can make up or whatever. Him and Aaron Singer.
Yeah, that'd be good. I don't know the story between those two. I'm friends with both of them. I'm friends with Aaron too. You know what I mean? Aaron's a good man. I have no beef. Sometimes other people fan those fires, Joe. You know what I mean? Somebody could go to you and say shit about me, or me to say shit about you. That's how shit starts. It's bad.
Miss Bell said the struggle is real. Again, we feel sorry, Miss Bell, for everything you're going through.
Oh, absolutely. I know I know it. I was there. My girlfriend died, and it was pretty bad. Yep. She was 26.
David Castle said, "Are you going to watch the new Lee Priest documentary tomorrow?"
I saw the new Lee Priest documentary. It's amazing. I love it. You don't realize, because we see Lee. You don't realize how good. You guys don't know. I remember Lee back then, but you guys don't know. You don't realize. You see him on the internet now. Fuck you. This, that, the other. But you don't realize what a great bodybuilder he really was.
Great bodybuilder.
And how he, even beat, Ronnie Coleman in shows and stuff. And even Ronnie said
he had the best arms.
Yeah, he had just, his physique was amazing. I mean, you see, he's a lot smaller than those guys, and he's a true giant killer. And that was I watched the documentary. He sent it to me to look over and everything. Yep. I watched the whole thing. It blew my mind. It was a very good documentary about it.
Yeah, he's really good, Lee. One of the best bodybuilders of all time, definitely. We're personal friends with him, so it's pretty cool. But
yes,
we're all going to watch that documentary. I believe you've already seen it. Tyler Durden said Patrick Bet-David just interviewed John Gotti Jr. Great interview. Yes,
I saw that interview. I met John Gotti Jr. and that was some fucking scary shit. Because on that show, he comes off like oh, I'm a easygoing guy and all shit too. When I met him, it was like 1990 or 91, and I was with a gangster, another one who was a bad guy, man.
I know who you're talking about.
And I was like, you could see he's just sat there, and when you talk to them, they just go like this. They don't even nod their head or look at you or say what's up like this. They just look at you now. If they're not, they go like this, like that. That's about how much you get at them. I was like, holy shit, man. You know what I mean? He was around some guys and they just stare at you. You're just standing there looking, and each guy's just staring at you. Like a fucking, you ever go and even, like I have a friend who's got fucking dogs. Like Bob Bonham had a dog that was horrendous, and you just walk in that room and that dog just stares at you. And it's not looking at you in a nice way. It's looking at you with its face. Like these guys that have their nostrils spread or something, they're just sitting there like this.
Yep.
Yeah, and you can say hello to them. How you doing? You could be like, how you doing? God bless, and they'd be like this.
And if there was a trick that if they were at the table, because the guys we know, if you were at their table, came over to talk to them, and they were pouring, let's say, wine, and you came over, and they didn't know you and don't trust you, they will turn their wine and pour it a different way to signal to everybody, don't talk around him.
I believe it. They had their own little thing. But you know, like I wasn't partying with him or anything like that. I was with somebody, and we were talking and shit. And I was with somebody that was friends with him, like, that was in with him. And it was just, you know, I was just, you know, I was very nice to those guys, but they just stare at you. They don't even fucking acknowledge you. They're looking right through you, and you could tell if you did one fucking thing. So you know, it's a totally different than the guy that was like talking to Patrick Betty. No, my father was a great father, you know, and all that. Not saying anything bad, okay, but I'm just saying. And then you talk to all these mafia guys, right? And they all say, you know, he was a pussy. He wasn't so tough. This one's not so tough. Don't believe anything, you know. This one says, don't believe anything. That one says, you know, who do you know who to believe? Now, Sammy the Bull never was a fighter. That's all bullshit. You know, he was called the Bull because he was from Bull's Head, Staten Island or some shit like that.
Yeah.
And then you hear other guys say, no, Sammy was a tough guy, bro. He was a hell of a boxer. He got the name of Bull because he hit like a bull. Now, who do you believe? You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, you hear Gotti was saying that, you know, Sammy wasn't involved in the Paul Castellano whacking, and other people say he's the one who pulled the trigger.
Exactly.
You know what I mean? And I think that's one of his, you know, on his, like, the feds, it's one of his charges. He took that charge. So who the fuck knows?
Yep.
These guys they once sat at the same table and broke bread with each other, and now they all fucking throw each other under the bus. There's a lot of guys, though, that talk shit.
That's the rule.
Like tough guys that are not really tough. They're tough when they got a gun, and there's 3 or 4 other. But there's a few of them who they're not really good with this. You know what I mean? Because even in jail, they get smacked around. Trust me.
Greg, Windward Attack said, did you have a constant cough with your throat cancer? I was coughing all the time for months.
No, I had a fucking tumor in my throat. Like, you can look down my throat and see it. You know what I mean? It was like a peanut, which is big. I mean, it was like this. You know, I mean, it was big. It was on the side of off my tonsil. You know.
Yeah. Miss Bell said he's Lee Priest's uncrowned Olympia. He is.
Yes, he was. If that guy, they fucked him so hardly. If they would have had Lee on when they had the 212 and all that shit, or the 202, Lee would have won every fucking year. They fucked him. They stole his prime from him. That's what happened. They stole his fucking prime from him. It's not fair. But what? She said Lee's on here.
Lee's on there. I don't see Lee. Is Lee there?
Oh shit!
Yeah, he is on there. Lee, I'll send you the link.
Lee, there he is.
Hold on,
I was
Lee.
telling him, Lee, I saw your documentary. Somebody asked me, and I said I saw it. It was amazing. I said it was just phenomenal documentary that they don't realize. They see you now and they see the internet but they don't realize what a great bodybuilder you were and how they put that documentary together really well. They did a great job. Whoever filmed that did a great job. Great job.
Yep.
Yeah, man. Lee, we were just talking
about your
before you must have came on here. We were just talking about your documentary. I was telling him it was a phenomenal documentary. It was unbelievable. You know, I like the way they had some great old footage of you and you hanging with all those big guys, and even Ronnie Coleman saying, you know, losing to Lee Priest, you know, because he's so big, and but meanwhile you were the man, and you look. I love the whole documentary. His persona, it's so Lee. It's not even fun. And they had Lee's grandfather in there, grandmother in there. Lee's mother does some of the talking and stuff. It's pretty interesting.
Yeah. Well, I sent you. He can't get on yet. Lee can't come on yet. He's getting the wife. But Lee, I sent you.
Oh,
Lee.
He's getting a wife.
But
okay.
we were just talking about your documentary, Lee. It's I can't wait for everything. Tomorrow, between that dropping and the new Superman trailer, I'm really excited for both.
Well, it's one and the same.
Exactly. Lee Priest's documentary tomorrow and Superman's trailer tomorrow. The best 2 trailers. His trailer and his.
Lee, I think I told you, Lee, when I called you the other day, you were sleeping. We weren't feeling good, but that's because I was with Tara Scotty, and she was telling me you and her used to work together when you did I guess what the hell was it? Twin Lab. You worked for Twin Lab with Tara Scotty, and I was going to put you on the phone with her because she's a personal friend of mine. So we were talking, but that's why I was calling you.
Yep.
So she wanted to say hello to you. So Tara Scotty was there. Tara just got on the police force. I know it's crazy. Court officer, actually, New York State court officer. So she just got on. So her life is going well. I'm glad for great girl, Tara Scotty. Very pretty too, man.
He had
if you guys don't know who she is.
Had food poisoning. You
had food poisoning. I remember you said, I think Lucia said you when you texted me back that night saying something like you weren't feeling well or you were lightheaded or something.
You know.
Yeah. Well, she wanted to say hello to you. She wants you to know that she hasn't forgotten you. Yes, Twin Lab. Yep.
Yep, Twin Lab. Yep.
She
William
was
Allen
saying
said,
that, you
"Hey
know.
Lee, are you going live? Do lives anymore?" William Allen wants to know if Lee's going to do any lives anymore. I don't know. Tyler Dern said Lee always helping out some of the newer bodybuilding podcasts. Yes, Lee's very good like that. He's always looking to help out. There's a lot of good people out there that always help out.
Well, you guys got to watch when Lee's documentary comes out. You got to watch because he was young and he was so built. I'm telling you, he was definitely. He looked amazing. Like even Jay Cutler was in it. Jay Cutler's one of the
people
narrators of the documentary.
Yep.
And Jay Cutler was saying, "Holy fuck, man! When I would see this guy in the gym, this is Jay Cutler saying this."
Yes.
Okay.
Yep.
And he said you couldn't put more muscle on Lee on such, because his frame is smaller than these other guys. And he was saying how much muscle he had was just mind blowing.
Yeah. Well, shit. Forgot I have to go on my podcast. Losing my mind. Yeah, exactly.
It's funny. Lee
said he was the best of the best eras in bodybuilding. Yes, he was.
Lee did good with the ladies too. He was a good looking kid. He did good with the ladies.
Yeah, he did. He was good looking. He had the best biceps I've ever seen.
I could see though your grandma in your grandmother's face. I could see you have your mother's side. Like I could see your grandmother. To me, I could see your looks at shit. Oh.
When we're attacked, so Merry Christmas, Lee. Give a kangaroo a skull burner.
Eat some kangaroo meat.
DH said, Greg, tell us about catching herpes from the stripper you brought to the prom. Was it on your mouth?
No, but it's funny. The throat cancer I got is HPV virus. Same one that what's his name got? Michael Douglas. And the thing is that Joe brought up something that somebody else asked me the same fucking thing. Because in the strip club, I had, when I was young, I used to get tonsillitis all the time, right? And there's a story I put it out there where I was eating this chick's box, and all of a sudden, there's fucking blood everywhere, and it boiled down my face, all over her fucking legs, all on her box, and she had a hairy box too, so it was all in the hair and everything. And I'm like, holy shit! And I'm thinking she had her period, and it wasn't her period. My tonsil exploded, my one tonsil, right? And I'm like, holy fuck, man, my tonsil exploded. It was my, my left side. Okay, mm-hmm. Now. That night, I was working in the strip club because she was a stripper herself. And, that's when I took the fucking, skewer that you skew meat, a metal one, no, not a wood one, a metal one. Because this was, the strip club also had a kitchen because during the day it was, they had like food and shit. So I went in the back and I was like, I can't, because one side was swollen and the other side had popped. The blood made it, deflated. So I'm like, I got to deflate this. So I went in there and I fucking went with the skewer, right? And I fucking basically I blacked out for like 10 seconds. I fainted like this because the fucking pain. And then, this stripper comes looking over at me. I got a picture, Joe. I'll send you the picture. And she comes looking over at me. I got the picture of her. And she comes looking over at me like this. She goes, you okay? Because, I fainted. And I had the fucking thing sticking out my mouth. And when I pulled it out, fucking blood shot and hit her in the face all over. And now I'm in the kitchen, right? When they got the doors that open like this. So I run out and the bathroom's right to the right because I wanted to, the blood was just shooting at me like bam, 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 like this. So I run in to go to fucking, to run out to go to the bathroom. And the blood, I was projectile vomiting blood at the same time. And it was just everywhere. And people in strip club were running out of there. It was like fucking, it was like Carrie, you know what I mean? And, and I ran in the bathroom and I'm like, I'm puking. I'm fucking blood's everywhere. I mean, everywhere. I was drenched.
You're crazy.
But I popped it, And you brought up a good thing because that was my right tonsil, right? That I popped. Mm-hmm. And that is where I had the cancer in my right tonsil.
Wow.
Now it's HPV. So I must have had a dirty box that I ate, but you know, because the doctor tells you, well, when you get this, it's usually something like from 30 fucking years ago. You know what I mean? Like it takes a long time for that to come through.
Wow.
So I'm thinking, okay, well, 30 years ago, you know what I mean? You know, the strip thing, that shit with the stripper, that was like 40 years ago more.
Wow.
But, you know, I don't know. But I do know it was in that same side.
Well, David Castle said Lee kicked ass and y'all's no bullshit approach and tell it like it is. Love the honesty from Lee.
Yes, he did.
Yes. My brother says PD's bodyguard, Patrick Bet David's bodyguard, is a good friend of mine. I boxed him for years. Jason Gavin.
Who's he? He's the bodyguard for.
He's one of the bodyguards for Patrick Bet David. My brother knows
okay.
him. So they boxed or something.
When Patrick Bet David asked me to be on the show, that's when he had, like, you know, just around the same time he had Dorian Yates and Wayne D'Amelio was on around the same
Yeah,
time.
and he had Sean Ray on, and then he had Chad Nichols. And Chad Nichols.
Yeah, see, what you guys don't know is Patrick Bet David was a big fan of bodybuilding, and he was a fan of the Ramblin' Freak. So he used to read the Ramblin' Freak. So he wanted me on there to tell crazy stories. And you know, and I never heard of him at the time. I'm like, what the fuck, Patrick Bet David? And now he's like Big Willie. So, and you know, he might tell me to go fuck myself. But he had 3 times. Once on February 13th is when I had the surgery. It was like February 11th or 12th. I didn't want to be out there and then come home. You know what I mean? Like that day, you know, to get fucking, I had a big surgery, cancer surgery, to remove the fucking tumor. And then he put it on another day, which was March 7th. It was actually on the same day, March 17th. But I had a second surgery then because the first one failed. And then he put it, you know, then he pushed it into April. But by then we couldn't do it because it was no flying or any of that kind of shit. Remember when Trump shut down the economy, the day that I had a third surgery, the 24th. That's the one that almost killed me because of the 2 failures.
And they lost you in the hospital too. They
yes, they lost. Oh, that was bad, bro.
They lost you. They couldn't, because that was everything was COVID.
Dude, I might have died if I didn't pop, you know, rip those fucking things and pull that shit out of my own. I might have died because they had me tied down and they had that fucking tubes down your throat. And my family didn't know where I was. There's nobody to look out for you. I just was reading the whole thing about that COVID. How many people died? Listen to me. You don't need fucking, if you're having trouble breathing, try to ride it out, but don't get no pipes down your throat. I didn't need that. I just had surgery, but I didn't have COVID. And they made it like I had, because the hospitals got paid for everybody that had, you know, anybody. If you went in there with a fucking bad fingernail, they wanted, you know, they put you on a fucking ventilator. And, you know, they put me on a ventilator and I told the story a minute. I didn't try to, I wish I could tell you I did a Hercules where I snapped the fucking thing. I don't know. I felt like I was gagging. They wouldn't take me off. I was trying to, you know, motion them like this. So finally, I was gagging like I was going to puke or something. And next thing I know, I sat up, I guess. And when I sat up, I must have pulled and ripped my hands right out of the restraints. And I realized, holy shit, I'm standing. And then I said, oh, fuck, I still got the tubes. So I pulled the tubes out and they were coming in. They came running in, but it's too late. I threw the tubes on the ground. I was like, look, I can breathe. I don't need that. You don't need a fucking breathing tube. But everybody, my fucking family, my son, his in-laws, his mother-in-law's cousin went there. And he just had a bad cough and a little bit of bronchitis. And it was, you know, when COVID was there. And they said, listen, let's just put you on. We'll put you on a breathing machine just for like one day. That's all. And it'll help you and it'll get rid of it. And they put him on and they stuck him in there for a week. And you know what happened? There was a bacteria in the fucking mask. It killed him. It ate his whole fucking face out here, and he died. And he didn't even need to go on a fucking ventilator. They talked him into it. Yeah.
He should have sued them.
Well, I'm sure the family's suing. I didn't ask my son about it, but I know I talked to the mother, you know, my son's mother-in-law, you know, and, you know, we were talking about it. And she was like, yeah, the family was devastated. He didn't need that. And same thing happened with me. We went to the hospital. And I called my family. I said, look, they're going to have to do a surgery. So they're going to, you know, they're going to knock me out. And then I'll call you when it's done. And a fucking day or two later, they still hadn't heard from me. And they called the hospital that they dropped me off because they can't go there. And they're like, he's not here. We have no Greg Valentino here. And they had transported me to another hospital. And Grasslands, Westchester Medical Center. And they almost fucking killed me in there. That's where, you know. My family didn't even know where I was. I would have died in there. They called Westchester Medical Center. They said, we don't have nobody here by that name.
And I think your sister found you, right? And Lucia?
Well, no, I called my sister. What happened was, I called my girlfriend. But what happened was, No, I got off after I pulled the fucking tubes out of my throat. I'm like, where I need to get a hold of my family. They're like, well, we lost your phone. We don't know where your phone is or your clothes. So they lost all my clothes on my phone. I said, I need a fucking phone. So they bring me a phone with a cord and old school phone. And I dialed out and I called the house here because I don't have anybody's number remembered in my head. And my girlfriend answered. Thank God, you know what I mean? She's like, oh my God, we've been looking for you. Where are you? And I said, I'm in Westchester Medical Center. She said, we called there. They said, you're not there. I said, I'm here. And then she gets my sister. My sister comes on the phone, and my sister's talking to the doctors. Has he, because I've been in there for a while. Has he had did you feed him? Is there any fluids? Or any? And they're like, she's asking me that first. And I look, and I'm like, yeah. And I look, I have 5 PICC lines, 3 in this arm, 2 in this arm, and no fluid, nothing. There was nothing in them, just a PICC line. So they picked me 5 fucking times. And so I'm laying there. I had bled like a motherfucker, right? And I hadn't had any food or anything to drink with no fluids. They would have fucking killed me. They would have killed. So my sister's like, get the nurse. And I get the nurse, I give it. And she's like, get him on fluids right now. How do you have a guy in that hospital, just had surgery, and he was in there for bleeding, because that's what I went in for. My fucking shit exploded, and it was bleeding. You know what I mean? I was buckets of blood. And no fucking fluid, nothing. I had no, there was, and what's funny? That's like a hot, guess who went to that? It's called Grasslands Complex, which is Westchester Medical Center.
Okay.
Guess who went? That's it. And they teach doctors there. Guess who went to that med school?
Who?
I'll give you 3 guesses. The first 2 don't come out. Dave Plummer. Dave was in that school. That's
God.
The problem. Dave, for you guys that don't know, Dave was in medical school, and Dave quit just before. You know what I mean? Like Officer and Gentleman, the guy fucking who DORs with like a week left, of fucking. Anyway, Dave quit, and but the thing is, they have all student like teachers there, and some of them like from other countries. There was Jewish guys, and I'm like, look, fuck you, get me out of here. So my girlfriend's like, I'm coming down with my niece who lived here with me. She goes, I'm coming down with Karina. We're going to get you out of there. Fuck that. And I'm like, I'm leaving. And they're like, you can't leave. You're in ICU. I said, well, I can leave. You can't hold me against my will. I mean, I'm not a fucking prisoner. You can't hold me against my will. I said, I'll walk out of here nude. I had no clothes. And they're like, don't do that. Don't do it. I had to tell my girlfriend, you got to bring me clothes. No underwear, nothing. And then I had the fucking tube in a piece of God,
Oh, no,
and they're like, don't pull that out. They said, don't pull that out because the thing is in there, and then there's a balloon or something. They said, you pull your whole all your guts out. Like,
Oh, yeah.
I said, well, get it out. Get it the fuck out. You know what I mean? Yeah. I'll cut that fucking cord. I'll rip the cord out and walk with it hanging out of my dick, And they knew I meant it, too. I was like belligerent there,
CH says, got to check out. He has a dentist appointment. Okay, talk to you later, CH.
All right, CH. Thank you again. I appreciate you alerting me.
Tyler Durton says, takes more than a phony virus to hold down Valentino.
You're damn right. I'm just telling you guys, if you don't, God forbid this shit hits again. You don't need, my friend listen, I got to tell you this. My friend, Charlie Gasparino, works for Fox News. You see him on TV. He's always on Neil Cavuto. He's my childhood friend. He's one of my best friends. He was a brother to me. We still go out, to this day. But his brother was my training partner. He's a doctor. He's a top doctor. He runs a hospital in Brooklyn. He got COVID when it first happened, right? And he was in his house. And they said, listen, we'll send a helicopter to come get you because he runs the boss, the main doctor that runs all the doctors answer to him. Okay? You know what he said? Fuck that. I'm not going to no hospital. He goes, I'm going to beat this here. I'm going to fight it. And it was so bad that he even fainted in his own house and hit his head on, he lives alone. He doesn't have a wife. And he hit his head on a glass table, broke the table and everything, blood everywhere. And he said, I'm not going to no hospital because he knew you go to the hospital. Bye.
Bye. You're dead.
Bye. You know what I mean?
T Warrior wants how does Greg not ever have expanded neck holes? I don't know what that means.
What do you mean neck holes?
I have no idea. Ian said I was going to post on after I was during back when all the drama in the spring. Love how Jimmy can't pronounce all those fucking pasta, cheeses, breads, deli meats, but he cannot say Armand.
Armin,
or whatever.
Armin, he calls him Armin.
Funny mashup said, Greg, how is RuPaul doing?
RuPaul's hot. No, I'm kidding. Now, RuPaul, I don't know how RuPaul's doing. RuPaul.
Dave P was invited to a Tupperware party in Idaho this weekend, and yes, he will be there, confirmed.
You know what's funny? Joe, what's his name? There he is, Brian.
Brian,
Brian
what's up,
Pablo.
Brian? What's up,
Brian, how
Brian? How
you
you
doing,
doing?
my
Happy
brother? How
holidays,
you doing?
Momo.
Brian, Brian's my boy.
Brian and Pablo. Your
Jimmy
boy.
the Bull is my grandmother on my mother's side, not my father's mother, my mother's side. My father's mother spoke with a thick Italian accent, right? But my mother's mother spoke with a heavy, like Bronx, Brooklyn accent. And Jimmy talks the same way. Like you hear us making fun of him because he'll say, "Hey, I'm gonna get we got a burl and egg. I got the aluminum furl. I use a little bit of
Yeah,
Earl with the vinegar. I
yeah.
gotta go clean the turlet.
You got $3. You got $3.
Treat out. My father
Tree.
used to talk like that too. My father be like, "Hey, tree, tree,"
Yeah,
and my
tree.
father would do tree like that. Never did three. He did tree.
Tree. You got tree.
Right. But Jimmy the Bull will always say like, "Yeah, put a little bit of Earl on there. Put a little bit of Earl. Clean the turlet. You got to burl the egg. The aluminum furl. Like he talked like that. Jimmy still talks like that. He'll say, "Yeah, I got the furl."
Funny mashups. Wasn't it RuPaul who cured your cold?
No. What RuPaul? No, it wasn't RuPaul. It was worse.
That was
Joe
worse
knows
than
it was.
RuPaul.
Joe
It
knows
was
who it
worse
was.
than RuPaul. Exactly. It was 10 times worse than that,
Oh God, I wish it was RuPaul.
CH had a last question for both. What's your hottest woman you ever banged?
The hottest woman I've ever banged. Oh wow. This young black chick had the most incredible body back when I was young. I mean, way before I knew my wife. Maybe I remember I was dieted down for a bodybuilding show, and she was like really, really hot, really hot.
Is that the one that you met in the lobby?
Oh, no,
Came down,
no. This is a girl like she was from here where I live and stuff, but she had the body on her, like the way I like is small, like really small. I like really small. You know who I love? I love that
Ariana
girl.
Grande.
Yeah, I love Ariana Grande. I live in the bathroom a week just to smell one of her farts. I love that girl. I like her skinny, little skinny like that. And I'll tell you who else is like that too. It's right up there with her. What the hell's her name? What's the girl that played? What's the girl that played Wednesday Addams there? The little fucking girl, the short little fucking cutie. What the hell's her fucking name?
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
Let's see. What's that little girl that played Wednesday Addams? Was in the movie X. What the hell's her fucking? Come on,
Not Alyssa Milano. Not
No.
Who is that?
Oh, hold on. I'll tell you who the fuck it is. What's her name? The little dark-haired girl. Fuck. She's in movies all the time right now. Little. She's small. What the hell's her fucking name? Dave Onions. Oh shit. I haven't seen Dave Onions. I just talked to Carlin Coker, and that's his boy. You know what I'm saying? Like I don't know where Dave Onions is now, but that was he was fucking funny. That Dave Onions was I think he's a doctor.
Jenny
now,
Ortega.
Thank you. I'm looking it up.
Tyler.
I'm trying to look it up.
Tyler got it in. Jenny Ortega.
Yes, Jenny. Or I would live in a bathroom a week to smell one of her farts too. She's hot. Jenny Ortega. Lucia, you should know that. Jenny Ortega. Lou. Oh, she's like, okay.
Funny Mashups said, I'm not really into my own race, but Britney Spears in her early 20s. Oh, my God.
Yeah, well, she was hot in her early 20s. Yep.
Britney Spears. Yep.
Yep.
Greg, you always say you're super hung. Can we see your New York Eiffel Tower?
I didn't say I'm super hung, but I'm pretty hung. It's fat, too. It's very fat. I got a big fat brajol.
When we're attacked, so Trump is already pushing a bird flu and a new polio vaccine. So
no. He's not. I don't think he's pushed. This fucking Biden administration. They're the one pushing the bird flu. They've been saying that ever since Biden got in. He's been talking about the bird flu. That's why eggs are fucking $6. You know what I mean? Before that, when Trump was in there, fucking eggs were 77 cents for a large eggs at Walmart. That's Biden. I think Trump ain't pushing that shit.
Yeah. Winward said, I saw Ariana Grande on the YouTube channel Hot Ones. Have to admit, she killed it with a straight face.
Oh, dude, I love her. I love that. That's my type right there. Little Ariana Grande with a splash of, what's her name there? Jenny Ortega. You can't go wrong with that.
Bell said, Christina Aguilera. You like her?
She's okay. She was not bad when she was younger. I like Britney Spears better. Christina Ricci. Yeah, Joe last year, you asked me to go to some thing. Remember Christina Ricci was there.
Yeah, she was there. Yeah, all those people were there.
Yeah, Christina Ricci's cute. She's cute, but she's oddly cute. But yeah, I know what you're saying. Christina Ricci played she played
Didn't she play Wednesday
Yes,
Addams?
yep, but that's not who I'm talking. I'm talking about Jenny Ortega.
Yeah, Jenny Ortega, yes.
Jenny Ortega is a piece of ass.
Mm-hmm.
Piece of ass. I like that little dark, and she's a dirty little girl, and I love dirty little girls. You know what I mean?
I like more like Eva Mendes.
Mm.
I like who else? Who else? Like I like Jessica Biel was okay, but like
Jessica Biel's?
Yeah, Biel. You like her?
I loved her. You talking about from Flashdance?
Well, from Flashdance too, but this is Jessica Biel. She dated
Jessica Biel.
She's dated.
I know you're talking about
Justin Bieber. I think. I mean,
she's okay. Justin Timberlake.
Yes.
No, she's okay. I like I love Amber Turd when she was young. Amber Heard when she was young was gorgeous.
I used to think Celine Dion. Not anymore.
Yeah, no, she's not my type. Celine Dion. She's skinny. That's I like skinny girls. I don't care about giant tits or fucking anything like that. But the skinny ass and skinny body, a little like. Mm-hmm. What's her name? Ariana Grande, perfect. Jenny Ortega, perfect. Both small, petite, little girl. I could deal with girls taller than me. I've always dated girls a little bit taller than me, unfortunately. But they got to be skinny. Can't be big. And then I feel like a kid walking with my mother. You know what I mean? Like if a girl's taller than me and she's kind of bigger, I don't like that. I like skinny.
I like my women like I like my coffees, Puerto Rican.
Oh yeah, Tyler, listen to me. Latina is my favorite flavor. You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
Ariana Grande's Italian. That's pretty close. And Jenny Ortega, that's Latin. I love Latin chicks. I like the dark. I like ethnic Jew chicks. From Israel. With the thick curly hair and the black eyes, and you know what I mean. Or even Arab chicks or Indian chicks if they're when they're pale but got black hair, big black eyes. I like that. Princess Jasmine look. They could have a nose on them, but it has to be just right. You know what I mean? And the high eyebrows. You know what I mean? Like Princess Jasmine with those almond eyes. Or if you mix Asian blood with fucking white, it's.
But I don't like when they have all that plastic surgery. And
no.
Like
none
they
of that
put
big
all that
lip
stuff
shit.
in the lips and all that.
None of that big lip shit or that fucking shit in their face, the fillers and shit.
The fillers and everything. No, I'm not really big into that stuff.
Yeah, no way. I don't want that shit. Fuck that. No way.
Mm-hmm.
No way.
Women are the types that love beautiful women, but not Barbie doll, fake beautiful.
No, I don't. The blonde, blue-eyed, like that whole Barbie doll looks not really me. I like Latina pigs. You know what I mean? I do. I like when they're piggy. I like a piggy girl. And Brazilian chicks. But nice fucking. I don't like the big ass though. That I do not like. Sorry guys. That's just that's why I'm a perfect guy to go to a strip club with, because if you like Mark Henry, he likes them fucking woof, you know what I mean? Not me, bro. I go to these strip clubs, and these guys all like the girls with a big can like that, and they're like, oh, look at that, and I'm like, look at that. I don't want to look at that. You can have that. I'll take that little one. It looks like a 10-year-old's ass. You know what I mean? Like I like that.
Tyler, Jessica Simpson, early 2000s. William Allen.
She was cute.
She was cute. She was cute.
She was definitely cute. I'm trying to think who else.
She's not the sharpest tool in the shed, but
No, we don't care if they're smart. We don't want a smart girl. We want them to look hot. Oh no.
Just trick them.
Lucia, what's that chick that sings that fucking song? That Spanish chick. She's actually Mexican. What the? She used to sang that song with Pitbull, whatever. What the hell's her name?
Christina Aguilera, right or no?
No.
Jennifer Lopez.
No.
Lucia.
Fangu. You like her. You think you like Pitbull. Her songs. Forget it. I don't remember her name. She sings a very, what's that song? Lucia small. She's small, but from Mexico. What the hell's her name? Spanish. Oh, fuck. Lucia. Ariana Grande's not from Mexico. You already know that. Come on, man.
Megan Fox is hot. Shakira. JT.
No, Shakira's cute. Shakira's kind of cute. Too big in the ass for me. I know I'm really picky, bro. I'm really Lucia, what's that fucking girl's name? I forgot this song that she sings. She's like 18, 19, 20 years old. Lucia. Fungal.
Funny matchup, said Greg. Would you, 2 options, bang Ariana Grande or grab 100K cash?
100K cash. Then I can get a couple Ariana Grandes.
Yeah.
Who? Selena Gomez. What do I know? No, ew, no. You know who I'm talking about. You like that fucking singer. She's like 18 years old, 19 years old, black hair.
Ian said, Greg, you're right about some of these Instagram girls could come to a picture of themselves more into themselves than any other guy. I'd had a similar experience.
Oh yeah, bro. Let me tell you. Some of these girls too, that they go in your house and they get pictures of themselves on the wall, all glamour picture, and some of them don't look that good. Yeah, Dua Lipa's not bad. That's not a bad one. Dua Lipa, whatever the fuck.
Dua Lipa,
I'll do a Lipa in her ass. You know what I mean?
JT, 100K for sure. Get a diamonds in the rough with that spare change.
Diamonds in the rough. Yeah, I mean, I like. What does Brian say? I like my women like chicken, breast, legs, and thighs. There you go, Brian. That a boy. That's the Latin in you.
Yeah, that's that part.
I like them. They got to be the ass and legs, but I don't like big legs. I like skinny but hard, firm legs. You know what I mean? I can go with an anorexic. You know what I mean? I can deal with that.
Well, Greg, we're about an hour in, so I'm going to start wrapping up. Actually, Cal Farnsworth texted me. He said, great job mentioning him. He was watching the show.
Oh, he did?
Yeah, he just texted me. Yeah. So okay. That's right. So hopefully he'll be on soon. Cal Farnsworth with us. He's talk about his bodybuilding. If you guys can go watch Lee Priest's documentary tomorrow, it's going to drop. Watch that one also.
Where is it? Where can they find it? Lee sent me to. I have the special link, I have like a exclusive thing with his personal fucking whatever you call it, password bullshit. But where can people watch this? Like, if somebody else wants to watch it, do you know where it's dropping?
I don't know where it's dropping off here. Maybe if I do, I'll put it in the link below. But just want to thank and everyone have a Merry Christmas, because I don't know if we'll be on with Christmas. Christmas I think is next week. I think was it Wednesday next week? I think it's Wednesday next week.
Is it Wednesday? Fuck, man! I just want to get past. I just want to get past New Year's, man. I'm this whole when you're a kid, Christmas, when your kids were little, now my kids are rotten and they're older, what I mean?
So everyone have a Merry Christmas, a Happy New Year. Well, we'll be on before New Year's, but have Lee's documentaries on Amazon Prime.
Oh, Amazon Prime. Okay. So go to Amazon Prime.
And he said watch it on Vimeo, Vimeo, Vimeo.
Who said that? Rick?
Rick Simon.
Yeah, but I think it's closed on Vimeo. I think you have to have a password. I'm not sure.
Lee said Vimeo. Merry Christmas, Miss Bell. Hope you do well during these tough times on the holidays.
Yes, Miss Bell.
Brian, Pablo, our boy, thank you. JT, funny mashups. JT, Winmore Attack, Tyler Dern, Ian, William Allen, Rick Simon, everyone in the chat here. CH, thank you. David Castle, thank you. Have a Merry Christmas. Have a good time and everything. Greg, my brother,
thank you guys. Yeah. Have a great Christmas, all you guys. Wait, are we going on next week or no?
I don't know. I don't even know what day it is. We'll talk about it. And see, make sure. Because I don't know what day it's on. It's Christmas. I don't know. We'll probably.
I think Christmas Eve is Wednesday and the Christmas
day is Thursday. So we'll probably go on. So I don't think we'll be able to go on next week.
Yeah. Email me, Brian. Yes. Email me.
Yeah. All right, brother. Greg, I will talk to you soon, man.
I'll talk to you guys, man. I love you guys.
Love you guys all, brother.
All right. Thank you.
Bye-bye.
Thanks for watching the Zapata Brand podcast. Please subscribe to the podcast and listen where all podcasts are available.